Ever wondered how someone could fall for a romance scam? Curious about how these fraudsters operate? Picture this. It's a world where love blossoms in the most unexpected corners. It's a world where connections are made with a simple swipe right, where heartfelt messages are exchanged and where promises of a future together are whispered. But lurking in the shadows of this world is a dark side, a side that preys on the unsuspecting and the vulnerable. This is the world of romance scams. Romance scams are a form of deception where fraudsters create fake profiles on dating sites, social media, and other platforms to establish romantic relationships with their victims. They build trust over time, often spending months grooming their victims, only to exploit them emotionally and financially. This isn't a small-time problem, far from it. In fact, it's a multi-million-dollar industry that's growing every year. According to the Federal Trade Commission, losses from romance scams reached a staggering $700 million in just the United States in 2023. And this figure only represents reported cases. The actual number could be much higher, as many victims often feel too embarrassed or humiliated to come forward. The emotional impact on victims is just as devastating, if not more so, than the financial loss. Victims of romance scams often experience feelings of betrayal, shame, and a deep sense of loss. Some even develop mental health issues such as depression and anxiety as a result of being scammed. Some may even commit suicide. But why are we talking about this? Because awareness is the first step to prevention. By understanding the tactics used by these scammers, we can better protect ourselves and our loved ones from falling prey to this insidious crime. Now that we understand the gravity of this issue, let's dive into the mind of a scammer and see how these scams unfold. So, how does a romance scammer operate? It's a twisted art of deception. Subscribe and leave a comment below if you like these type of videos as we dive into the murky waters of this scamming technique. The first step in a romance scammer's playbook is the creation of a fake profile. This is their disguise, their mask. They will meticulously craft an image that is too good to be true. Picture a good-looking, successful individual who, for some reason, is desperately single. They will use this facade to infiltrate dating platforms, social media, and other places where they can find potential victims. Once they've set their stage, the grooming process begins. The scammer will painstakingly study their target, learning their likes, dislikes, dreams, and fears. They will mirror these traits, becoming the perfect partner, the dream come true. They will shower their victim with attention, compliments, and promises of a future together as husband and wife. This is the phase where they reel in their prey, hook, line, and sinker. Next comes the building of trust. A romance scammer's success heavily relies on their ability to gain the complete trust of their victim. They will spend days, weeks, even months nurturing this trust. They'll share personal stories, secrets, and even staged crises to make their bond appear genuine. They'll show vulnerability, making their victim feel special and needed. The final part of this deceptive dance is the emotional manipulation. This is where the scammer plays on the victim's emotions to make them act against their better judgment. The scammer might pretend to be in a crisis, needing immediate financial assistance. They might ask for money to cover an emergency medical procedure, a business venture gone wrong, customs on a very valuable package, or even a plane ticket to finally meet in person. The requests will always tug at the heartstrings, making it difficult for the victim to say no. Sounds complicated? It is, and that's why it's so effective. But awareness is the first step to prevention. Now that we know their modus operandi, what are the red flags that can help us spot a scammer? Let's start with the most common red flags. One of the first signs is a swift profession of love. Romance scammers are notorious for declaring their love and affection quickly, often within a few exchanges. They do this to create a false sense of intimacy and to make you feel special. So when someone confesses their undying love after only a few messages, it may be time to hit the brakes. Another major red flag is their reluctance to meet in person or even video chat. They may always have an excuse, usually related to some personal crisis or work commitment. This is because they are trying to avoid being caught in their deception. If they're always dodging a face-to-face meet or video call, it's time to question their authenticity. A significant warning sign is when they ask for money or personal financial information. They may spin a tale of hardships or emergencies, playing on your emotions to manipulate you into sending funds. Remember, legitimate love interests will not ask you to solve their financial problems, especially if they have lucrative professions. Inconsistencies in their stories or profiles is another red flag. They may have difficulty keeping track of the lies they've told, leading to discrepancies in their narratives. They might also have sparse social media profiles, or their photos may look too polished or like they're straight from a magazine. It's also worth noting that scammers often target people who are vulnerable or lonely, so be cautious if you feel you might fit into these categories. They exploit the desire for companionship and can be incredibly persuasive. In conclusion, prevention is key. Protect yourself by keeping personal information private, using reputable dating platforms, running a reverse image search on their photos, and looking for duplicate profiles. Always listen to your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Remember, trust but verify. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So, we've learned quite a bit about romance scams today. Let's summarize. Romance scams are a dark side of love that exploit the vulnerability of those seeking companionship. These scams are not about love, but about deception, manipulation, and ultimately theft. The process is intricate and often involves a step-by-step approach by the scammer. First, they create a fake profile. This may be on a dating website, social media platform, or even a gaming site. They craft a persona that's attractive, intriguing, and designed to pull at your heartstrings. Next, they initiate contact. They might send a charming message or friend request. Once they've grabbed your attention, they begin to build a relationship with you. They're patient, spending weeks or even months gaining your trust. They'll share personal stories, express their love quickly, and make you feel special. They will also share their salary, so you can share yours with them. At some point, they'll create a crisis or express a need. It might be a sick relative, a business deal gone sour, or even a stolen wallet while traveling. They'll ask for your help, usually in the form of money. They might ask for a wire transfer, gift cards, Zelle, Cash App, cashier checks, or even cryptocurrency to be sent to people neither of you know. But remember, these are all red flags. Overly eager expressions of love, requests for financial help, and reluctance to meet in person or video chat are all signs of a potential scam. So how do we prevent these scams? Awareness is key. Be wary of strangers who profess love quickly. Be cautious with requests for money, especially if you haven't met in person. And always protect your personal and financial information. In the digital age, it's important to stay informed and vigilant. Romance scams are real and they're happening every day. But with knowledge and awareness, we can protect ourselves and our loved ones from becoming victims. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and protect your heart and your wallet from these love pirates